Hello. So continuing from where we stopped, we've seen how fixed positioning works. So we'll be looking at absolute positioning. Okay, so this is where we stopped. So we saw how that when we scroll, the box does not move, it does not change its position. Okay, so let's just test absolute positioning to see the difference. So let's say absolute. Okay, so now this is absolute positioning. So let me refresh the page so you can see it. So you can see it does not change. It's still the same with fixed positioning. But when I begin to scroll, you see the difference. So you can see the box moves. But for fixed, the box does not move. It just stays there. So that is the difference between fixed and absolute positioning. Fixed does not move, but you can see absolute, it moves out of the screen. But for fixed, it just stayed where it was, or it just stayed on its position. You can see it. So that is the difference. Now, the next one is relative. Relative positioning. How does relative work? So relative, from the word, we can see that it has to do with comparison. Okay, relative comparison. So it measures not from the top of the page, but from the position where it is originally meant to be, or it was originally meant to be. Let me remove this position now. So can you see the position of this box? Can you see the position? Okay, so this is where this box is meant to be using the logical page order. This is where it is meant to be. So relative calculates from its original position, the default position of the element using the page order. So that is where relative measures from. Okay, so relative, position, relative. Okay, so now I'm telling it top of 80 pixel from its relative position, that is its position using the page order. So it should go 80 pixel downward and 20 pixel to the right. So that's why I'm saying top. That is from the top, it should move downwards. Then left means from the left, it should move to the right with the values specified. So that's how relative works. So let me refresh the page so you can see it has moved 80 pixels from its original position, not from the top of the page. It does not calculate from the top of the page, it calculates from its default position using the page order. So that is how absolute works. So now you can use these positioning methods to position your element anyhow you want. Okay, now another one we'll be looking at is called float. Okay, so if I want to float an element, let me try this. So I can float it to the right, I can float it to the left. Let me float it to the right and see. So you can see it has gone to the right, and this positioning specified here can also affect it. Okay, so that is floating. So I've floated this box to the right, so you can see it. So now you can see the box. I cannot see the full um, image of the box. Okay, so I can try something. I can say from the right, move 100 pixel from the right. You see, so after floating it to the right, I can still position it the way I want. So that is how float works. But the thing about float is this. So let me take this the box. Let me take it to the top of the page. I want to show you something. Or no, let me just create text elements below the box. I want to show you something about float. So let me create paragraph text of okay. So I have that, and let me create another one, another paragraph of, let's say, 15 words. Okay, so now I've already added this float property. So let me first of all remove the float property so you see how the page is supposed to be displayed. So you can see the two paragraphs I added, you can see them below the box. But if I add a float property, it now causes the text below the box to wrap either to the left or to the right of the box, depending on where I float to. So let me float it to the left. Float left. So can you see those elements that I have below the box? They have wrapped around the box. Now sometimes this can be a desirable behavior. You might want the elements to wrap around the box. Sometimes you want only the first element, because I have two paragraphs here. There are two paragraphs here. Both of them have wrapped around the box, the right side of the box. So sometimes you might want just one element to wrap around the box. So how do you clear that behavior from the second one, not to wrap around the box? Let me float it to the right so you see. So can you see? So depending on the direction I float to, that will determine the direction the following or the element that is following will wrap to. So now that I've floated it to the right, you can see the text wrapping around on the left side. So in the next video, we'll look at how to remove this behavior, how to clear it, so that when you don't want an element to wrap around, how do you clear it? So that's what we'll be looking at in the next video.